Hi, everybody. It's time for another episode of Road to the Show. Take a look at the Rockies lineup. That is a triple A lineup if I've ever seen one. Like I mentioned before, at the trade deadline, the Rockies traded everybody away. And really, all they really have in the lineup besides me is Gerardo Parra, and that's it. So, playing the Texas Rangers here, trying to get back into playoff contention, starting the series 11 and a half games out. And this is a 4-game series. It's one of those home-and-home series where you play 2 games in your park and then you go right after and play 2 at their park. The Pirates have one of those series against the Tigers this year where they play, they play 2 at PNC and then they go to 2 out at Comerica Park. I've got to check the schedule and everything, but I'm almost positive that's the way they do it. And the Tigers are officially the Pirates' natural rivals, so they do it every year. Well, this was a 0-0 game, but this base hit is... Well, actually, he's going to be thrown out at the plate, so the third base coach sends him, and that ends the inning, it looks like. And we stay 0-0, a rare scoreless tie at Coors Field. The third base coach was ultra aggressive there. See if we can get one here. That one's gone. You can always tell when it's a home run just by the reaction of my player. That ball landed into the front row, and it just kind of sat there. The guy just didn't even go for it. I mean, if that was me out there, I would have pounced on that ball. And there's quick replay. By the way, Olivia lost her first tooth yesterday, and I included some bonus footage at the end of this video of her losing it. She was super excited when she woke up this morning and found $5 under her pillow. She wants to go to the store and buy some candy. For basically everyone in the family, she's going to buy me some candy and her brother some candy and her sister some candy and her mom some candy. Well, she's going to find out that $5 doesn't go so far in this world anymore. I remember when I lost my teeth, I want to say that I got a quarter per tooth. Now, my mom says that it was like $1, but I'm pretty sure it was a quarter. And back in the day, a quarter could go a lot longer. Could go farther than it does now. I'm trying to think what a quarter could buy you back in, let's see. When I lost my teeth, my daughter's 5 and she just lost her first tooth. So I would have lost my first tooth in 1986, I think. I could have bought a pack of 1986 Topps mini liters for a quarter. I think a regular pack of 1986 Topps was, I want to say, 35 cents back then. And there was really nobody in that set, the 1986 set. I mean, there's no good rookies in there at all. All right, well, it's 4-4. It's an extra innings. This game's gone on too long. I'm going to try to hit a walk-off here. I don't think I've done one yet in the majors, but there we go. We've got it. That's a walk-off home run, and it's going into that upper deck up there, that second deck. And a walk-off home run, so let's check out the video footage here. There's Jeff Bannister with his hands on his head, shaking his head. I don't know why they just don't intentionally walk me. I guess the AI in this game isn't that great, especially with, who's protecting me in this lineup anyway? So there's a little helmet toss, and then there's a bunch of guys that you've probably never heard of. I think probably the best player in that group was Marcus Semien. And that's it. So we take game 1 there by a 1-run margin with a walk-off home run. It's time for game 2. And we're starting out 0-0 again, so not a whole ton of offense. By the way, my next home run will be home run number 60 on the season, actually 60 in the big leagues. This one might have a chance, and it's off the wall. That's going to be a double, and I'll take that. Anytime I can get on base, it could help the team out. Anyhow, I was talking about baseball cards just a second ago, and I just remembered that the 2017 Top Set was released last week. I haven't had a chance to go pick it up yet. By the way, there's home run number 60, way out of here. But usually the only time I buy baseball cards is during the release date, like in February. I just like to see what the cards look like. Just kind of, it's purely for nostalgic purposes, because when I was little, that's all I did was just buy baseball cards like crazy. I've got boxes and boxes in my attic. this is Josh Hamilton, and that was a really weird shift. They had the whole outfield like shifted over. I mean, I'm almost in center field. I don't know why they had that configuration, and I'm not going to get charged with an error for that, but I feel like that might have been catchable for the center fielder if he was in his regular spot. I mean, that was out by the 415 sign. It led to a run. It's now 3-2. The Rangers are up, but now it's going to be 3-3 because that one's out of here. Way out there into the rocks. So we've got a chance of taking the lead here now. It's tied up, and oh, here we go. I'm out in the outfield, so this is always an adventure. Now, I've edited out a lot of my routine catches because this video originally was 25 minutes. So, I mean, you got to see the air. Watch this. This is just awful. What kind of throw is that? That's like, think of who has the worst throwing arm in the major leagues, and that's worse than that. For me, whenever I think of an outfielder that's a terrible thrower, I automatically think of Johnny Damon. He was probably the worst I've ever seen. Nowadays, I think Andrew McCutchen's arm is pretty weak. I would say he's got a rag arm. McCutchen, by the way, just got moved over to right field, which kind of messes it up for the Ball Hawks at PNC Park because McCutchen was pretty money with throwing balls into the seats. Every odd inning, he would go to a specific section. Like the first inning was 139, third inning was 140, fifth inning was 141, seventh inning was 139 again, and ninth inning was 140. So you know where to go to get a ball from him. And in the meantime, there's been a huge lag, not even a lag, just a glitch. I've edited out a lot of this. I waited for a good 4 minutes for them to throw a pitch, and they would not do it. So there's something wrong with the PlayStation system. I had to go ahead and click fast forward to my next appearance. It made me ground out. I had a chance at a walk-off home run, and I didn't get it. So now I have to play the outfield. Now they have a chance to win, so I'm not too happy about that. Looks like I just get to watch it play in the outfield. And looks like the game's over. So let's get a quick check of the score here. Oh, well, I'm the MVP, so the Rockies won the game. Weird little glitch there, but it ends up not really mattering. The Rockies still got the W, so we're 2-0. Now we got to go down to Texas, and Globe Life Park is one of my, I don't know if I'd say it's one of my favorite ballparks, but I really liked my time there. I was there, I want to say 3 games. I only got to see 1 batting practice, though, which kind of stunk. And here I lead off with a base hit, so the Rangers aren't a bad team. In this Road to the Show season, they're hovering around 500. This season, I don't think they're going to win the division this year. I think the Astros are going to get that, and I think the Mariners are also going to be hovering around. I think the Rangers will be there too. I think the Rangers might be in contention for a wild card, but I do think the Astros are going to win it this year, take that division. The Angels basically have no chance in my opinion. Neither do the Oakland Athletics, but I think the Mariners and Rangers will be in the wild card hunt. The Rangers, by the way, were in the news today. They just signed Mike Napoli. I think they just got him for a 1-year deal. He played for Cleveland last year, and he hit .239 he had over 30 bombs. Speaking of bombs, that's my second one of the game, so Globe Life Park is paying off for me here. Let's get a score check. It's becoming a blowout, 8-3. Gonna play a little bit of defense out here. See what we can do. Left field at Globe Life Park has that high wall where somebody actually died a few years ago. Caused a lot of stadiums to kind of reevaluate their railings everywhere. I think the Rangers raised their railing up. But you know who didn't raise their railing up? If you ever go to left field in Progressive Field, the railing is just dangerously low. Like, it is literally pretty much, it's below my knees. Like, I could easily fall into the field if I tripped or anything like that. In the meantime, you saw a really ugly defensive play there, and that's going to lead to a run. So the Rockies still have the lead, but not by much anymore. The Rangers have a chance to take it here. Let's see if I can make a play here to shut them down, and I do. So we are out of that inning. The score was, what was it, 8-6? I can have a shot at extending that a little more and giving some insurance. There's a runner on base, so it'd be nice to hit a home run here. Let's see here. Throw the pitch. And that one's gone. That's out there towards the hill that you're allowed to run out there on during batting practice, and also during games. You're allowed to go out there and get baseballs. So, I mean, usually in batting practice, it's mostly little kids that run out there. The adults really don't go out there. I was there for like one BP. I didn't go out there for batting practice. I remember when I was there, Chris Sale was throwing balls up there on purpose, like right onto the hill, just to watch all the kids run out and chase after the ball. So that was kind of amusing for everybody in the ballpark. But during games, adults go out there like hardcore, barreling out there trying to get the home run balls. I mean, if you're allowed to do it, you might as well take advantage of that, because a lot of ballparks you'd be arrested for doing that. And this game is still going on, game number 3, and the blowout is continuing. I just hit a home run, and now I've got a base hit, but that's it. So it's finally over, and the score was 14-8. 20 hits for the Rockies. So really taking it to the Texas Rangers pitching staff. And now we have the 4th and final game against the Rangers. Looks like it's a day game. And I'm going to try to take this one oppo. And that is going to be maybe in the bullpen. Maybe that's yes, right into the Rangers bullpen. I remember when I was there, there was some guy that had that on lockdown with a retriever. He just sat there. And then whenever a ball went in there, he would just throw his little retriever in there and get it right away. I had no chance because he was camped out there, so I was in right field. By the time I was making my way over there, he already had the ball. And this one's popped up, a mile-high pop-up. That's going to be caught by the left fielder. Who was the left fielder out there? Is that Josh Hamilton? Man, he really has gone downhill in recent years. And the score right now, it's still 1-0. Let's see what we can do here. Maybe open it up a little bit. There's nobody on base. It seems like there's no one ever on base for me anymore. I have like 65 home runs and like 105 RBIs or something like that. I bet out of the 60-some home runs I have, like 75% of them or so are solo shot. All right, so let's continue on here. I don't need to see the replay. All right, get to play some defense out in left field. It's 2-0, so there's nobody on base. I'm not really worried about this too much. If the bases were loaded, or if that one's going to be probably off the wall. It tends to hit wherever that baseball icon is, and I played it pretty nicely there. So, I mean, that was going to be at least a double no matter what, so at least I kept him to a double. Oh, here we go. Bases are loaded. I could basically put the nail in the coffin here. A grand slam's going to end it for all intents and purposes. There's their mascot. I'm not really up on all the mascots. It looked like a horse to me. I don't even know what the Texas Rangers mascot, what its name is, but that one's gonna be off the wall. So that's gonna get 2 runs in with the double. We'll take that. I mean, that doesn't put the nail in the coffin, but it got me 30 training points, which is usually about what I get for any home run that I hit. And that looks like it did it. So let's check the standings. Oh, that was a pretty close game. 5-4. So we sweep the Rangers 4-0. And if we look at the standings there, I am now only 9 games back. I'm going to chase down the Pirates and the Giants. Just you wait. That's it for this episode of Road to the Show. Thank you for watching, everybody. If you'd like to stay tuned, I've got a little bit of bonus footage of Olivia losing her first tooth.
Just lost your first tooth and you swallowed it. Let me see. It's super bloody.
Can you see here the picture?
It's all bleeding. Does it hurt?
It
doesn't? I can't believe you swallowed it. It's in your stomach.
I heard something hard.
Why'd you spit it out?
It's too late. I didn't notice.
The sub is really
Was that super scary?
Awesome.
It was what? You
Awesome.
wanna do it again?
Yes.
Here we go. Hang on tight.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Set.
Go.
Go. Hang on tight. Hang on super tight, okay? Ready? Hang. Are your legs tight?
Fine.
Ready? Set.
Such a mean man.
Go.